Hey, Matt here. Killer Kyle. Welcome to Fury. Hey, what's going on, you guys? I'm Killer Kyle. This is me and Matt. Hey, we're the Pepsi boys. Pepsi. And welcome to another episode of Wheels of Fury. I wish this was old school Pepsi because we're doing look back at St. Valentine's Day Massacre in your house. And I was in the 9th grade and an Austin fan, and looking at this, obviously you knew that Austin was going to win.
Right.
But at the time, it was like, I'm just going to do a poem about it.
Yeah.
In my English class, and it was a fucking good show. Backstory, you talk about the Royal Rumble and Vince McMahon's training video was shown. And then, of course, the match that Austin would get beaten up by Vince and his corporation, and then basically the match goes on, and to have The Rock distract Austin as Vince throws him out.
Yeah.
And of course, Vince wins the Rumble. So it's like, that's an interesting concept, because at the time, I thought, oh, I guess they're gonna have The Rock versus Vince. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
But obviously, that didn't happen.
Right.
So I was pretty happy about it. Did you watch wrestling around this time?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
One thing that I noticed is 97, 98, 99 is really when In Your House seemed to be fading from existence, if you will. Just basically becoming totally different pay-per-view, and they were dropping the name In Your House.
Yeah.
Because they have this one, In Your House, St. Valentine's Day Massacre. There's In Your House, Mind Games.
Yeah. Oh, hey, this is the other installment of In Your House that we've done.
Yes.
We've done a lot. Stampede. We've done, well, hell, we've done a few. But
Yeah.
this is another one of them. And yeah, I mean, a lot of people are going to say that 1999 was a shit year for WWF. I disagree. And I know that it was the year of many WWF title changes, and it's, you know, it is what it is. I think it made things a little bit interesting, but to have, like, the year start off with The Rock as the champion and end with Triple H as the champion,
Yeah.
it's like, you know, because in that time you had also Mankind and Austin and The Big Show and so on and so forth. I still enjoy this year for a lot of other reasons.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, 99 was actually a fairly solid year for WWF. Yeah, they had a lot of different people hold the world championship, but I mean, that's just the way it went.
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, you look at before 99, talk about starting the year with Rock as champion and ending the year Triple H as champion.
Yeah.
There's been pretty much throughout wrestling history. You have somebody as champion start the year, and by the end of the year, a completely different person is champion.
Yeah.
Not very often do you have the same person end the year as champion that started the year as champion.
Yeah. It's very, very rare that happens. Now, I mean, Austin and Undertaker. There's another guy
Yes.
that was in the championship title reign that year.
Yes.
This was definitely an interesting year, and I mean, for me, I enjoyed it. It really solidified Rock fans and Steve Austin fans,
Yes,
or Stone
for
Cold
sure.
fans, because you had the guys who were, or even girls, who were
Mm-hmm.
fans of The Rock. A majority of Rock fans. Unfortunately for them, I was in a minority and I was an Austin fan.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the beer swelling, finger gesturing. The guy I'm probably today is
Yeah.
because of Stone Cold Steve Austin. A
Yeah.
part of it, anyhow.
Well, yeah, you drink beer on occasion. You
Yeah.
might flip somebody off or flip the bird every once in a while, but I don't think Austin swears as much as you do.
Fuck no. This was a good show, though.
Yeah. We start things off with a tag match.
It's a pre-show. 3 pre-show matches.
3 pre-show matches.
that I didn't get to see.
Yeah, so we start off with the team of Too Much,
Yeah.
who would later go on to become Too Cool. Brian Christopher and Scott Taylor, as he was
Yeah.
referred to at this point, before he was called Scotty Too Hottie,
Yeah.
taking on the Hardys, Matt and Jeff.
Yeah. What's interesting is, I mean, Brian Lawler was definitely Jerry's son. Was brought up a hell of a lot.
Yes.
Just as annoying as Jerry as well.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you had the Hardy Boys, who actually started as jobbers in 1996.
Yes.
Now, I mean, Matt started earlier a little bit, but
Yeah.
that to me, I had no idea why I didn't realize that, or maybe I did and just forgot when I started back up watching wrestling in '98. I guess I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
So I mean, this was possibly a good show, and Too Much won.
Yes, Too Much got the victory on this one.
I think Scotty Too Hottie is where he is now. Brian passed away last year.
Yes.
So, I mean, there it is. And the Hardys are... Well, Jeff, I wish the best of luck for him going through what he's going through. And then Matt, and there's a rumor he's going to All Elite, so I'm not quite sure about that. So we'll see.
Yeah. So next we go on to a match with Viscera, with Midian against Test,
Yeah.
with the Big Boss Man. A battle of two behemoths.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, 2 guys, one brick shithouse, and the other, the bouncer from Toronto. And, they were very much interesting wrestlers in themselves
Yes.
that unfortunately passed away very, very young.
Yes.
I think that Andrew Martin could have been one of the best. At the time, he was an Impact as
Yes.
the Punisher. One of the best wrestlers that they could have had as Impact champion.
Yeah,
And,
for sure.
it wasn't for that twat that was peering out the window at him as he was passed out.
Yeah.
Or so the story goes.
Mm.
And then you got Viscera, who obviously we know why he passed, you know. Guy was very overweight and just, I don't know how anybody can move like that and, you know. So anyways, yeah, this was probably a good match. I don't know
Yeah.
much about it, but Viscera won.
No, it was a disqualification.
Oh,
Well, Viscera did win, but it was by disqualification.
oh.
And then we go on to a match with Billy Gunn against Tiger Ali Singh.
Oh, God.
There is a name for the history books for
Shit.
you. Tiger Ali Singh.
There's a lot of Indian wrestlers with the name Singh. And you know Gama Singh on Impact, by
Yes.
the way. Completely unrelated, but watched a match with him and in Stampede in the year of my birth, taking on Owen Hart.
Oh, yes.
Was a good match. I always wondered if Tiger Ali Singh was related, but then that would mean he'd be related to all the Japanese Singhs,
Yeah, exactly.
or Japanese, Indian.
He would have been related to all the things.
So, yeah, Tiger Ali Singh definitely I remember as well. And from Canada, so...
Coincidentally enough, this match ended in a no contest.
Yeah, that's fucking dumb.
I know. So we got a disqualification and a no contest. Yeehaw! Alright.
I was thinking about him actually as I was watching one of the matches we're gonna do. Hi, my name is Billy. I want you to know that I absolutely suck!
Yes,
So,
that's one of Rock's best promos he's done. So next we go on to a match with probably one of the most ridiculous, unusual, and creepy fucking storylines of the 90s.
yeah, that's saying something.
Gold Dust and Blue Dust, aka the Blue Meanie.
Can I just say, what the fuck was going on back then with Blue Meanie calling Gold Dust his mother?
Mother, like, fuck me up the
Yeah,
ass hard. Honestly, like,
that was just fucking stupid. You know, and you have Gold Dust coming down with Ryan Shamrock and Blue Meanie, and Blue Meanie's acting like a kid or whatever. I don't even know. It was just dumb. And you know, a guy who comes from ECW, and I'm pretty sure they were fucking ripping on him
they had to have been.
just a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
So that was just crazy. And then of course the heel turn of whoever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
So I mean, this was a good match actually. Goldust won with the Shattered Dreams.
Yes.
So
Yeah, me and these dreams of having kids in the future were shattered courtesy of Gold Dust Boot.
yeah. Well, this match was really good though.
Yeah.
You've got a Falls Count Anywhere match for the hardcore title. You've got Bob Holly versus Al Snow.
Right. Yeah. This was close. Well, this was around the time, shortly after this, or within this time period, is when he got the moniker, or the name, if you will, Hardcore.
Yeah, pretty much.
For, you know, all these hardcore matches, and my god, hardcore was.
Back then, hardcore actually meant something.
I was going to say, Bob Holly, Hardcore Holly, is one of the toughest bastards there's ever been.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
man.
got Brock Lesnar break your fucking neck, and then you have like a big slit on your back somehow. I don't know where that came from. Yeah, Bob was definitely one of the toughest SOBs in the business.
Yeah.
You know, you got Al Snow, definitely an ECW veteran. Wrestled probably Smoky Mountain.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. it was Leif Cassidy for a while,
Right, yes.
and so it's like, oh yeah, well he was also a bunch of other guys too.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically, this was a really good match. Ended in the Fish River, and yeah, that was still a really good match. And Bob Holly, unfortunately, doesn't wrestle anymore that we know of.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. So now we go on to the Big Boss Man versus Midian.
Yes.
So, yeah, Midian was an odd character, wasn't he?
Dennis Knight, what a character.
I think back then I used to call him Mini Taker for some reason. He sort of was like in between Undertaker and, I don't know, Dimebag Darrell. But anyways, so yeah, Midian coming from Midius Godwin, and then of course Midian and then Naked Midian, we'll forget him.
Yeah.
But this match was really good, and it got to show you how good the Boss Man was.
Oh, yeah, for
I
sure.
mean, the guy, you know, if you put him with, let's say, Drew McIntyre, or there's another one I'm thinking about, but I can't think of it right now.
No.
Anyways, yeah, this guy definitely was one of the best in the business, and again, another guy we lost way too soon.
Yeah.
But inducted into the Hall of Fame nonetheless. It's just a shame that he never got the WWE title.
Yeah.
It was just good enough to have the tag team titles with Shamrock.
Yeah. And the hardcore title.
And yep, and a hardcore title. But that was more of a novelty thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Boss Man won.
Boss Man got the win on this one, yeah, yeah. So now we go on to a tag team match for the WWF tag team titles. You got Jeff Jarrett and the youngest of the Hart kids, and Owen Hart, against D'Lo Brown and Mark Henry. And you got Deborah accompanying Jeff and Owen to the ring, and Ivory accompanying D'Lo and Mark to the ring.
Yeah. Yeah, D'Lo and Mark Henry have got to be one of the most best tag teams of that year.
Yeah.
I think, anyways. You know, the Nation of Domination starting in the late 97,
Yeah.
going all the way to like 99, and it was like, yeah, these guys were fucking good. And you know, the thing of it is that D'Lo still goes. Like, he's a security guard on Impact.
Yes, yes.
And, you know, he makes the odd appearance. And he still looks pretty goddamn good.
Well, I don't know if he does security. I think maybe he's like a
Oh.
producer or something.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, every now and again you might see him break up a fight of some kind backstage or whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, he still looks really good for however old he is.
Well, you even have Mark Henry, and Mark Henry definitely. I mean, the guy lost a lot of weight, too.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
inducted into the Hall of Fame. He's one of the best African American wrestlers there are out there. The
Yes.
world's strongest man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was just interesting to see a man that should still be going, but is well-deserved retirement, I guess.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, it's just one of those things that what if, but anyways.
Yeah.
Jeff Jarrett, definitely another Hall of Famer. A guy that had to come back from wherever he was and not well liked in the wrestling business.
Yeah.
Left WWE, went back to WCW, and then once WCW went out of action.
Once WCW went belly up, then Jeff started his own company, which we know now is Impact Wrestling or TNA.
Yeah.
And then he was with TNA for quite a number of years, and then left for whatever reason, and then he started up another wrestling company called Global Force Wrestling,
Yep.
and that was around for a little while, and then kind of Impact and Global Force merged as one, and don't see too many Global Force people on Impact
No,
today,
not at all.
if any. And well, Jeff's back with the WWE. He made a few appearances, had a few matches, got inducted into the Hall of Fame, and I think he probably does behind the scenes stuff
Yeah.
with WWE now.
So, I mean, it's great to have somebody make amends
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And of course, the aforementioned Owen Hart, you know, and it's just another one of those things where you look back and you think, what if?
Yeah.
What if they actually took him seriously in the WWF? What if the accident didn't happen in May of 1999? What if he was the WWF champion and or WWE champion? This guy would have been a good wrestler. A good wrestler in this time frame.
Yes.
You know, the PG era was definitely something that Owen Hart would have thrived.
Oh, he would have thrived in it, well, bar none.
I mean, the guy was never really that vulgar.
No.
And even in the Attitude Era, you didn't really see him do too much of any of that kind of shit. So, to have this just wasted, and that's how I feel. This was just wasted.
Yeah.
And hopefully Martha gets her head out of her ass and
Yeah.
has Owen inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
Because
for
the
sure.
man definitely deserves to be in there.
Yeah, I agree. It's unfortunate, but you know,
Yep.
some people's egos hold them back from brilliant things.
Yep. So, I mean, he's got a DVD out, but I
Yeah.
just don't think that's good enough.
No.
Anyways, Jarrett and Owen won.
Yep.
Retained the titles.
Yep.
And yeah, you know, you think back and it's like, this is the last time you ever get to see Owen Hart. And as a tag champion.
Yeah.
What the fuck? You know?
Yeah, I know. So next we go on to a match for the Intercontinental Championship. You got the special guest referee, Billy Gunn,
Yeah.
and your champion is Ken Shamrock against, hello ladies, the Big Valbosis,
Yeah.
Val Venus.
You know, going to Coburg to watch the wrestling show recently. And this will be the second time I've seen Cameron Marley wrestle, and there's an uncanny resemblance to Sean.
Yeah.
I don't know how. I think they're brothers. I'll have to. I don't know. But, anyways, I wish that I would have saw Val Venus wrestle, but it's just the way it is. And to see Cameron, it's almost like a spitting image.
Right, yeah.
So there's that. You know, this match definitely was awesome, and you know, Val Venus, another guy who was definitely, I don't know. I mean, I can't say underrated. He definitely could have been more than just the Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah.
I think he was the European Champion at one point as well. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, I mean, so much potential was there.
Yeah. But unfortunately, it just didn't work out. And he has his own weed business. And I don't even know if he still wrestles. Obviously, Cameron still wrestles. And
Yeah.
yeah, so this was, you know, and Ken Shamrock definitely the guy that came back to Impact recently.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, even back then, the man was so fucking tough.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But, yeah, this was a good match, too.
Uh-huh. And of course, Val got the win on this one.
Yeah. Of course, it was all because of Ryan Shamrock and the whole thing with him and Ken. So, it was interesting.
Her and Ken, actually.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Because they had this girl they said was Ken's sister, and it was an actress. Ken doesn't have an fucking sister.
That we
Anyways,
know of.
but yeah,
Yeah.
Ryan's Ken's sister, and Val's putting moves on her, and all this other stuff. And of course, Ken's pissed off and trying to protect his sister, and all this other stuff. Blah blah blah. Yeah.
So,
We go on now to a tag team match with definitely an interesting rivalry throughout the later part of the 90s, let's say. The Corporation and DX, you got China and Kane on one side and Triple H and X-Pac on the other.
yeah. I was thinking about this one, actually, because we talk a lot about intergender wrestling now. There is a woman that paved the way for that to happen.
Yeah. There wouldn't be any fucking intergender wrestling if it wasn't for China, I'll guarantee you that much.
You know, and this is the thing where, you know, at the age I was at that time, and I thought, oh, this is cool. You get to see China go at it with the boys, and oh, this is cool. She's the first ever female Intercontinental Champion. And for some reason, I look forward to Tessa Blanchard, who wrestles with the boys, but is also the first female world champion. Why that still bothers me, I try not to let it.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. China definitely paved the way for that. And because of her, you have a lot of matches with, you know, Tessa Blanchard versus Sami Callihan, or even that one that we always talk about, Candice LeRae and the Young Bucks, and Joy Ryan.
Candice LeRae and Joy Ryan against the Young Bucks.
So, I mean, this was definitely a good match, too. Kane and X-Pac, you know, don't think about it too much.
Yeah.
But Kane is probably one of the best tag team wrestlers there ever were.
Oh, for sure.
And this team was definitely where you got to see Kane not just as the big ring machine.
Yeah.
So,
Do you have more of a diversity to the Kane character? And that was something that he talked about extensively about in his interview with Austin, the
Yes.
Broken Skull Sessions. First, you got him as this superhero, if you will, and wearing the mask and the outfit and the long hair.
Yeah.
Have people afraid of him, and you know, who is this guy and what does he look like under that mask, and blah 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 blah. And then as the years went on, they basically, you could say, they humanized him, but they did it in a way that was tasteful and really good. And some of the things that he did, comedic wise,
oh yeah.
were genius.
Yeah. With Kane and Rooney.
I can't even remember.
That whole segment with The Rock and Hogan.
Millions and millions of the Rock's fans and all the Hulkamaniacs and the Canaanites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, this was pretty cool. And, I mean, you know, you look at, okay, WrestleMania that year, you've got Triple H beating Kane in the match, and then, of course, reuniting with China, only to join the corporation afterwards,
Yeah.
after turning on X-Pac. So,
Yeah.
yeah, well, that to me was disappointing at the time.
Yeah.
But this was a good match, too. And the corporation won,
Yes.
so,
And then we go on to a last man standing match for the WWF
yes,
title.
the co-main event.
And with two guys that we touted as probably the best, or one of the best
Yep.
rivalries
Well, yes.
of '99, Mankind and The Rock.
Yeah, Mick Foley is definitely the GOAT of hardcore wrestling,
I
or whatever you want. And then, of course, The Rock is one of the best wrestlers of the 90s and 2000s. You know, it's one of those things where you look at the feud, and you can pick anything. The empty arena match. You've got the Royal Rumble with the I Quit match with, the tape of Mick Foley's voice. I quit. Yeah. And that pissed me off too. But this match was definitely, one of those matches where I wasn't a big fan of Mick Foley, but I despised the hell out of The Rock.
Right, yeah, for sure.
So, I mean, this was a good match. They went all over it. Like, out of the ring, through the crowd, well, maybe through the crowd, on the table, But, yeah, The Rock won, becoming the, I guess, third time WWF champion.
This match ended in a draw.
Well, foul!
Yeah, so you got a disqualification in the match with Vestra and Test. You got a no contest with Billy Gunn and Tiger Ali Singh. And this match goes to a no contest.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, do people really pay hard-earned money for fucking nothing? Okay, you got the odd disqualification in matches, you got the odd count-out in matches. You might have the odd chair used, table used, ring bell, trash can lid, whatever. But I mean, you got 11 matches here, and 3 of those 11 don't have a finish. Why? What the hell? You're screwing yourself over by not having a finish. A disqualification between Vestra and Test. Well, was that to extend the rivalry a little bit more? Fine, whatever. A no contest between Billy Gunn and Tiger Ali Singh. Well, was that so Billy could be fresh as the special guest referee for Val and Shamrock? Okay, maybe. This match going to a draw, it's like, when do last man standing matches go to a draw? This is almost as stupid as the fucking nonsensical bullshit finish they had, what was it, Royal Rumble 2002, was it? 2003, I think? The last man standing match with...
2002, Shawn Michaels and Triple H.
Yeah, like, the hell? Come on.
Yeah.
Get it together.
Yeah, it's bullshit. It really is, And it's a wonder why people thought that 99 was a shit year for WWF. It's because you got shit like this.
Yeah.
Like you could have put... And that's why I think WCW beat them in the ratings.
Yeah.
Until Mick Foley won the WWF Championship. Well, actually, that was in January, so...
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, so now we have the main event, the co-main event, once again. The Steel Cage match. You've got Mr. McMahon versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. Oh,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Winner gets a championship match at WrestleMania
Yeah.
15?
Yep. No, yes, you're right. 15.
Yeah.
And I look at it like this, and it was like, so The Rock and Vince were both in the corporation, and Vince wins the Rumble, and The Rock is still the WWF champion, and you would have thought, alright, there's no fucking way you're gonna have Vince go on to WrestleMania to face The Rock for the championship. And so this match happened, and for weeks and weeks. And that poem I just mentioned that I did for class, it was just, let's make sure Austin gets a fucking win.
Yeah.
Because that made more fucking sense in the fucking world.
Oh, yeah.
And we know that The Rock and Austin had many matches for the Intercontinental title.
Yeah.
So let's have this match. Let's see if they could do it for the WWF title. Lo and behold, that match made the fucking year.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I mean, like, talk about how good the rivalry between Mankind and Rock was. It was absolutely fantastic. But I don't think anything can compare to the shit these two did.
Oh, fuck yeah.
McMahon and Austin.
Vince McMahon, at 54 years old, did a fucking bump on the fucking, he's on the cell, and, you know, he gets bumped off and falls on the table.
The table broke and so did his ass.
Pretty much. You know, he was beaten up, it was brutal.
Beaten up, battered, bloodied, bruised.
And you could say anything you want about Vince. I could say anything I want about Vince. But that man fucking does what he does to entertain everybody in the audience. He gave people their money's worth.
Oh, absolutely.
And so if he was gonna do a bump, he did a bump that was greater than anything. And that man could have killed himself.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And Vince has been touted as saying he would not ask his performers to do anything he himself would not do, and he proved it.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You look at any match Vince had against anybody. Austin, his own son, Brock, Brett, whatever else, whoever else.
Yep.
Taker even, I think.
Yep.
You know, he would go the extra limit to give the fans what they wanted. And most of the time it was to see him get his ass whooped.
Pretty much,
So,
yeah.
of course, can't forget to mention, of course, that this was the night we got the debut of Paul White.
Yeah, and you know, it's funny because you have a guy that was the first WCW wrestler to jump ship to WWF.
Right.
You know, yeah, you can talk about Dustin Rhodes or Ric Flair or Big Van Vader or Mark Romero. In fact, I take that back. Actually, Big Van Vader and Mark Romero were technically the first WCW guys to jump over.
Yeah.
So, I didn't think about that
Nah.
in my... Anyways, but yeah, you look at Paul White, the guy who was the giant in WCW, he was in the Dungeons of Doom,
Yes.
and, you know, he wasn't getting a good pay in WCW.
Yeah.
And so he decided, yeah, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna jump ship, and yeah, he definitely, not only did he get more money, but he said that it was structured better than WCW.
Yeah, for sure.
And so, yeah, you know what I mean? Here's a guy that still to this day is one of the best in the business because he can be a face or he could be a heel.
And do a damn good job at it.
I mean, he flops back and forth more than my socks, I guess.
Yeah.
But there it is.
Of course, you got Paul coming up through the ring and kicking the shit out of Austin and throwing him from pillar to post and just absolutely destroying him pretty much. And you know, Austin's a 250-pound man getting thrown around like a damn rag doll. And all it took was Paul basically packing him up and hawking him at the cage, and the side of the cage giving way, and Austin's had to hold on till it opened wide up and drop to the floor and win the match.
But you think about it, it's like he was the first guy to basically go to WWE from WCW and make a better career for himself.
Yeah.
Because then the year later, you've had the Radicals, you had Booker T, you had
Rey Mysterio.
you had a lot of these guys coming from WCW. Paul White was the first guy.
Yeah.
I mean, Big Van Vader, Mark Merrill, they went elsewhere afterwards.
Yeah.
But Paul White basically was true to his word and stayed in WWF and WWE for as long as he could. He is a Grand Slam champion.
Mhm.
And yeah, this guy definitely had a stellar career.
Yeah.
Now, Austin, Austin definitely made a great career. Of course, unfortunately, it was cut short.
Yeah.
But, it was one of those things where it's like, you think about Edge and you go, what if?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Steve doesn't think he wants to wrestle no more.
Yeah.
That's fine. But, well, at that time, that guy was on fire.
Oh, absolutely, for sure.
And what better partner to have in the ring with him than Dwayne Johnson?
Oh, absolutely.
So, I mean, yeah, this match was really good. The bumps that McMahon took, the blood coming out of his head, the weird middle finger he used to do.
Yeah.
It's just insane.
Oh, yeah. As much as we give McMahon flack for a lot of stupid shit, he could perform like no other.
Pretty much. So, this has been a Wheels of Fury return. And we're going to be doing a few more. Well, I mean, we're going to be back. We're going to do more reviews. We got the Super
That sacrifice.
So the bill stack. I put out a poll on our Facebook page to see what else you want to do.
Yeah, what do you guys want to see from us?
I mean, you know what? We could try to put one up on here. I
Yeah.
know last week we did YouTube chat.
Yep.
So yeah, well, you know what? I could see if I could do that here. I think it would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, just a lot more plans in the future. And yeah, Wheels of Fury still going strong.
Oh, yeah.
He's
Still going strong, coming up on 4 years.
Yep, March 4th.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a great show. So for me, Matt, this is Killer Kyle, and happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Deuces.